Okay, has time run out for Michael Maguire as head coach of the West Tigers? Yeah, has time run out for Madge? I predicted in my pre-season predictions, I predicted that they would finish somewhere between 12th and 9th. They would narrowly miss out on finals football, but that they would still be around where they were last season. Now, last season in 20 games they had 7 wins and 13 losses, so they finished with 14 points because there was no bye rounds, and they finished 11th. Season before that, they finished 9th and actually missed out on the final day of the season of making the finals. So they took a step back last season. But had it been a full season, a full-length season of 24 games with a bye round, you never know. Last season, they may have made finals. This season, so 2019, they finished 9th. Last season, they finished 11th. Disrupted season, so we'll put an asterisk by that. But this season, they finished 13th, which was below where I predicted the range of positions they will be in, which would be 12th to 9th. Only one more win than the season before in a full season with bye rounds, so bear that in mind. Actually, points per game and wins ratio is actually less than what it was last year. A minus 214 points differential. So defence really was a weakness. And during this last season, they had the Tales of Tiger Town documentary, which I don't think has really helped matters. It shows behind the scenes what was obviously going on at the West Tigers. And it shows Michael Maguire basically getting exceptionally more and more frustrated with the players he has, and no real leadership within the dressing room. That's been been picked up by the media over in Australia, where in this documentary it's just Michael Maguire doing all the talking, getting frustrated, a lot of shouting there. There's no players standing up going that this is not good enough, we need to be better. They had a very slow start to the season. They had some heavy defeats last season, several 50-point defeats in there. Really poor season. And they weren't even... that final game against the Canterbury Bulldogs, where they were nilled by the Wooden Spoonists, who only won 3 games all season, tells you all you need to know of the situation, where they're going the wrong way. So, has time run out for Madge? Honestly, has time run out? Because finishing 13th, so in 3 seasons, 9th, 11th, 13th, they're dropping by 2 places per season. So if they're on this trajectory, they should finish 15th. Now, the 3 teams below them were the Brisbane Broncos, who were the Wooden Spoonists last season, the North Queensland Cowboys, who finished in the bottom 3 last season, and the Canterbury Bulldogs, who finished with the Wooden Spoon this season and finished second bottom last season. So the bottom 3 last season with the bottom 3 this season, just in a different order, and they're the teams they finished ahead of this year. And on the trajectory that we're going on, Canterbury have made some good signings. Brisbane turned the corner in the second half of the season and got some form together, and were playing better defensively, better in attack, and actually had some good wins along the way, some good upset victories. And Canterbury were always an energy team. They knew they were going to be struggling this year with the roster overhaul they had and the transition period they're in, new coach. So they weren't expecting miracles, but they always played and always put 100% effort in as a team, played as a team. This West Tigers outfit, when things were going wrong, they just imploded. There was no team ethic there. So, is it all on Michael Maguire? I don't think it's all on him, but I think time is rapidly running out because each season they're getting worse. Their final league position is getting worse. They're getting further away from the finals, and if they carry on this trajectory, they should finish 15th next year. If we're going by two places per season slip, and with the Broncos improving, Canterbury are going to be better next season. A second full season for Todd Payton at North Queensland with some new signings as well, with some new players going there. West Tigers, as this documentary proved, there was issues in signing players. So recruitment and player retention. Look at the juniors and the players they've had at the Tigers. Go on, Adokar. You've had Mitch Moses, James Tedesco. I mean, these guys are Origin players. These guys are playing for teams that either regularly make finals or have won grand finals, appeared in grand finals. Mitch Moses, okay, his time at Parramatta, they haven't, won back-to-back finals games, but he's still playing better at Parramatta. He's now selected for New South Wales. He played his debut for New South Wales in admittedly a losing game, but a winning series. James Tedesco, captain now of the Roosters. Multiple grand finals to his name now. Grand final wins. New South Wales captain, lifting the trophy. Josh Adokar, look at what he's done at Melbourne, going to Canterbury, ironically. So look at those players that have left the club, and these are in recent years. There's been a whole host of others as well who've gone on and played better elsewhere, but also recruitment to the team. I don't think it's just on Michael Maguire, but there is an issue there, and you look at it, and it's not making for happy reading if you're a Tigers fan. So has time run out for Michael Maguire? This post-season review that Tim Sheens is conducting will go a long way to see if Michael Maguire is coach there next season, or if he is a coach beyond next season. Because if they have a season like they had this season, where they've got worse, he may not see out next season, or he may not even be coached at the start of next season in March. So it'd be interesting to see what happens. But I think he's under the most pressure as a head coach in the NRL. And the Tiger Town documentary I don't think has helped the club at all. Great for viewing as a neutral. I enjoyed watching it, but it does put added spotlight, added pressure on the team. And yeah, this is a team that has struggled over the last decade. They haven't made finals. Apart from winning in 2005, they haven't been a very successful team. They're a joint venture club. There's discussions over the pros and cons of joint venture clubs. St George, they've had their own issues as well. The Northern Eagles is now just Manly Warringah again. The Northern Bears part of that split away. So this is a joint venture club under a lot of pressure, and there's a debate whether Balmain should return, separate from the western suburbs, that kind of thing, or should the team be relocated? Those discussions have never gone away. So there's a lot to discuss, but has time run out for Michael Maguire? Place your thoughts below, and I'll be interested to see what you guys have to say. But I'll have some more videos for you very, very soon.